What's up, YouTube? Gotham Comics back here. No haul today. Taking a break from that. I was a little bit bored actually, and so I decided to do a video on books that I think are key, but you can still get for cheap. And I'm going to hazard to say that every book I'm going to show you is available for less than 50 bucks, most of them less than 25, and they're all keys. I've actually wanted to do this a few times. I saw a video like this a while back before I even started YouTubing. It was by the first guy I really watched on YouTube. That was SpideyFan78CT. Give that video a look too. It's the top 25, his top 25 most undervalued keys. This is pretty similar. I've gotten caught in the trap. So my reason for making this video is I've gotten caught in the trap of basically just getting demoralized by the price of comics. Just seems like it goes up and up and up, and everything is expensive, you know, especially online, sometimes even in stores. And it seems like sometimes all you can do is just get those steals. But I'm here to tell you that there are still a lot of really good keys out there available for not too much money. So I don't know how many I have here. I've got a stack, this many books. I'm going to run through them. And hopefully I encourage you to go out there and get these books because they're great. You know, they're keys honestly for every collector. So I'm going to lead it off with this book right here. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 361, probably one of the best Copper Age books you'll find. Certainly one of the best Copper Age Spideys. This is the first appearance of Carnage. Now this book has annoyed me for a long time in the sense that I think it's crazy undervalued. There are variants of Carnage that fetch more than this. You can get this book pretty easily for under 40 bucks in solid shape too. I bought this a few years back for I think 15 bucks, and I mean it's really nice. And a lot of these are in tip-top shape. And you know, Carnage is one of those rare villains in the Spider-Man universe that are just pure evil. And you can do a lot with that, you know. Sorry, just taking a sip of water. You know, the possibilities are really endless. Like, Batman obviously has the Joker. You know, he's senseless in his destruction and in his kind of chaotic sense of himself, but Spider-Man doesn't really have anyone close to that, with the you know, until you start talking about Carnage. So who knows what the future has in store for this character, but I say, you know, get this book now while it's still relatively inexpensive. Is another great book, Amazing Spider-Man 365. This is the first appearance of Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, who I have always thought was a badass character. I would love to see Spider-Man 2099 in some kind of a movie or a TV show. I just think he's great. I love the new Spider-Man 2099 series that just came out by Peter David. It's been out, I think, for about a year and a half now. Really solid stuff. And, of course, Miguel O'Hara, he's a Hispanic character, and it was like, you know, he was put in there not for the sake of diversity, but because I think he was just a compelling character, you know. They weren't trying to check boxes. You know, I think that's a big complaint of Marvel Comics today, as they've done this all new, all different, is that seems like they're just checking boxes for the sake of checking boxes, but you know, Miguel O'Hara is Hispanic, and in this book there's like, you know, it's not a big deal. He's just a human being. And I think that's really cool, and I've always really liked Spider-Man 2099. In a similar vein, I can't believe how inexpensive this book is, and I kick myself every time I see it and I don't snag it, because you can get this book right here, Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales, for less than $15. Pretty easily, actually. This book just doesn't go for a lot, and I can't understand why. And I truly believe that this that cover, you know, that he is the Spider-Man of the future. Once they're done with Peter Parker, it's going to be Miles Morales. Hoard copies of this book. I mean, I got to take my own advice. I think this is the Spidey of the future, and you know, you can get it for not a lot of money. And honestly, like for younger collectors who are, you know, I mean, I'm a pretty young collector myself, but I still grew up with Peter Parker. But for a lot of kids who are like, you know, I believe there's going to be an animated Spider-Man movie through Sony, and Miles Morales is going to be the Spider-Man. You know, for a lot of these kids, they're going to grow up with Miles, not with Peter Parker. And so, yeah, I mean, I just think the possibilities with this book are endless. So pick it up now while you can. Nice Bronze Age Spidey, first appearance of Hydro Man, Spider-Man 212. You can get this for less than, I would say, $12, I think. You know, $10 to $12. Pretty straightforward. For me, this book's nostalgic. Takes me back to the Fox Spider-Man series, the animated series, and Hydro Man was a big villain. He basically kidnapped Mary Jane from Spider-Man, and you know, just really kind of showed Peter Parker's humanity maybe better than most villains in that TV show. So I wanted to pick it up, and I did for not a lot of money. Another one from the show, first appearance of Madam Web, Amazing Spider-Man 210. This is another book, crazy undervalued. Definitely can get it for less than $10. Go ahead and pick it up. Key Spider-Man character, and she's obviously on the mystic side of things too, so you never know when she might be able to sneak into a Spider-Man movie or Marvel movie or anything like that. And plus it's just cool, you know, movies aside. Another one from the series that's really nostalgic for me, this is Amazing Spider-Man 113, first appearance of Hammerhead. Really cool cover. And this is just another, like, you know, low-grade Spider-Man villain, but still an early Spider-Man villain, you know? He's got a colorful rogues gallery. But, again, you know, this book, I don't know, less than $20 maybe, in solid shape. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #1. First appearance of the Beyonder. And I think the first time Spider-Man does like a major team up, like a side, you know, like besides like teaming up with the Avengers or teaming up with the X-Men. This is when he like basically the first time I think he teams up with the whole Marvel universe. So the Beyonder is obviously one of the strongest and most powerful characters in the universe, and I think the Secret War storyline would be really cool once they're done with Infinity War. I would think that Beyonder is stronger than Thanos, so he might be a cool next big bad, and he's not even evil, you know, Beyonder's not evil. I think it'd be cool to see what they do there, but you know, Spider-Man's a central character in this series. Gets his black costume in this, you know, you can lead into Venom, can lead into Carnage. Possibilities are really endless with this book. And yet, it pretty much sits around $10. So, I'm going to skip this one. Changing gears slightly to DC. This is Batman 655, first appearance of Damian Wayne. Really beautiful cover. And Damian Wayne, I think, is another one of those characters. He's got a great future ahead of him. And this book right now, you can get it in it. You can find this book in bins, you know, like $2 bins. I picked this up for $1, maybe $2. And I was at another Comic-Con recently, and I saw it in a bin for like $2 as well. So it's not impossible. Like, go get it now. This book is really easy to find. Avengers 183, this is when Miss Marvel joins. So I think I paid $1, maybe $2 for it. It's really worth nothing. This is Miss Marvel right here, right above Absorbing Man. There she is. So, you know, with Captain Marvel coming out soon, this is just a cool key to get. You know, it's great for your Avengers run. It's got Hawkeye, Vision, Iron Man, and Miss Marvel on the cover. Oh, and I believe that's Beast. But anyway, you know, just cool to have for not a lot of money. You know, you can just pick these up at your leisure. You know, you find it, grab it. Just a cool book. Now this book is similar to Amazing Spider-Man 361 in the way it annoys me. This book is tremendously undervalued. Miss Marvel 18, first full appearance of Mystique. You know, like, she's a huge X-Men character, in my opinion. Maybe it's just because of the movies, but still, you know, this is Mystique. And another character, you know, you can get this book. I'm telling you you can get this book for less than $30. In solid shape. I highly recommend you do. It's just a cool book to have. Again, you know, I feel like it's really undervalued. If a book like Iron Fist 14 goes for, I don't know, $75 to $200 depending on the shape, then I think this book should be right up there with it. But that's just me. So yeah. Special Marvel edition featuring the hands of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. This is number 15. Shang-Chi. So I hear that Iron Fist is terrible because people are complaining about the way they handle diversity and a lot of the Asian stereotypes, and that it's kind of racist. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm kind of holding out. But this would be an opportunity for Marvel to maybe walk back any of the offensive things they portrayed in Iron Fist. Plus, Shang-Chi is just a cool character and aligns well with Iron Fist. Man Called Nova number 1. First appearance of Rider Baby. So yeah. Just a really easy book to find as well. Maybe, again, less than $30. I think I paid $15 for this one. Cool art. It's a number 1. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Nova. Obviously, they introduced the Nova Corps in Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. I believe in like Marvel Phase 4, Phase 5, they're talking about using Nova, but for right now, it's just a rumor. Transformers number 1, first comic book appearance of Transformers. You can get this for less than $10, and this, I believe, was actually a promo to get people to buy the toys. They didn't really care at all about the stories. But this is just cool. Detective Comics 608, first appearance of Anarchy, getting a lot of play right now on Gotham. He was a big part of Arrow. Basically because of the movies, Gotham isn't allowed to outwardly say Joker. They're not allowed to use the Joker, but they can use his likeness, and they do it through Anarchy, and it's pretty close. And this is a newer book, and you can definitely find it for less than $10 in a typical store and even online, and it's a cool cover too. So really rare to have purple in comic book covers for some reason. Another Detective Comics. This is 373. This is the first time Mr. Freeze is called Mr. Freeze. Prior to this, he was known as Mr. Zero, and this is considered the first Bronze Age appearance of Mr. Freeze, who makes his first full appearance, his first real appearance in Batman 121. There's another book, you know, probably less than $30 can be yours. Cool cover too. Hugely undervalued. Daredevil 176, first appearance of Stick, his mentor. Obviously has a key part in the Netflix series. Again, another book, less than $15. Go grab it. This one, hugely underrated as well. You can get it in like I don't know, for $5 or something. This is when Daredevil meets Power Man and Iron Fist. It says so right on the cover. This is Daredevil 178. I picked this up for $2, I think. And, I mean, honestly, like, it sells itself. Cool book. Great read, too. Great art inside. Alright, last three are bigger books. They're bigger keys, but I think, for what they are, they don't cost... So you can't really get these unless they're in lower grade for less than $50, I'll admit. But you certainly don't have to pay $100. So I'll lead off with this one. Journey into Mystery 118, first appearance of the Destroyer. This is one of Jack Kirby's best covers, in my opinion. Certainly one of the best blue covers in the Marvel Silver Age, and one of the best Journey into Mystery covers. You can get this book. This is actually an exception. You could probably get this book in solid, nice shape, fine shape, for I'm gonna say like $45. I see it on eBay all the time. Like I will debate you on this. I'm not crazy. Like it's out there. I actually overpaid for this copy. It's a nice copy, but I overpaid for it. I see this book all the time in beautiful shape on eBay, going for not a lot of money. So just go pick it up. I mean, that's beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright. Cap 117. First Falcon. Interesting read. But again, in mid-grade, you can find this book for between $60 and $80. I saw one in fine plush shape on eBay and today for $91. No bids. I mean, for what this is, you know, he's essentially Captain America's sidekick. Go out and get it. You know, like, he's an Avenger. He's getting a lot of screen time in the movies. Pay the Falcon some love. You know, he's an African-American character, too. Like, just awesome. You know, and it's a great story, great artwork on the inside. And it's achievable, you know. You don't have to break the bank like you do with Hawkeye or Black Widow or Black Panther. You know, like he's right there. And I highly recommend you go out and get it. Last one, picked up recently. This one here, actually, in lower grades, doesn't go for a lot of money. This is Fantastic Four 46, the first full appearance of Black Bolt. Listen, I think the Inhumans are going places. They're going to get their own show. And Black Bolt is the leader of the Inhumans. He's a super powerful Marvel character. This is a beautiful Jack Kirby Fantastic Four cover. It's part of like the iconic Stan Lee Kirby run between 45 and 52, from Inhumans to Silver Surfer to Black Panther. And you know, I think I paid $90 for this one. It's in like upper mid grade, I would say. But you know, I'm seeing a bunch of like if you believe that low grade is better than no grade, which I do a lot of the time as well, you know, like if you're okay with not a ratty copy, but one that's not like super glossy or like that's got like a little bit of chipping and some creasing, like you can get this book for, I'm telling you, like $50 to $60. I'm really not making this stuff up. I've seen these things. Yeah, you're gonna have to eat the grade a little bit, but still, you know, like you have the first full appearance of Black Bolt and Fantastic Four 45. Beautiful book, beautiful cover. I'm lucky to own it, but that's harder to come by. So anyway, those are all the books. I wanted to make this again because I know it can be daunting with this hobby. You know, it can be expensive, and I didn't want to insult anybody. You know, I know everybody has a different budget. Everybody collects different ways, but there are a lot of key collectors out there, and I wanted to make a video to kind of highlight some books that I think are still going for semi-fair prices. Who knows how long that'll last. So anyway, if I offended anybody with my how much I say these books go for, I don't really care. Whatever. This is my opinion, and if you don't like it, you don't have to subscribe. Real quick, I'm hearing stuff about drama in the comic book community. I don't know why, I never see it. Maybe it's because I'm only subscribed to like 25 channels. You know, like, we collect comic books. We're here to show off comic books. Don't get into stupid fights. Just be nice. If you don't like it, don't watch. If you don't like someone, don't subscribe. I never run into this drama crap. So, like, whatever, you know? For the most part, I get nice feedback on my books and on the videos I put and the comments I put on other people's videos, you know? Just, like, be nice. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And just, like, whatever, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of shocked because I hear rumblings about these like feuds that go on every now and again, and I'm like, how, why? That doesn't make any sense. So that's all I'll say about that. Cut it out, and let's just enjoy comics. Later.